Hello my dear students, very good evening. This is Sundar here. Hey guys, how's everybody? Hello Asha, Asta. Hi Asta Thakur, you're new. Welcome to Vedantu Young Wonders, Asta. Hi Advika, Rakavi. So guys, what we're going to do is we're going to continue with the chapter air. Remember last session we dealt with a couple of aspects, right? One is we dealt with air and the components of air, and the second part of the session we dealt with the different layers of the atmosphere, correct? Right. So today what we're going to do is we're going to continue with it. We'll just wait for probably a minute's time, give a minute for others to join in, and then we will start. Menti will be there, guys. Menti will be there at the end of the session. Menti is for newcomers. It's a live interactive quiz which we conduct at the end of every session. Okay. Dr. MS Harihar, I joined at the late 6:30 when 6:30 was about to get over. Not even 6:31. Okay. Right. Hi Shiv Shankar. Hello Shreya. Alright guys, I think it's time. Let us move on. So guys, in case there are new people, I see Asta, like Asta, if there are more people who are new to Vedantu Young Wonders, this channel is dedicated for 6th, 7th and 8th grade students, and we have academic, non-academic offerings. Academically we got CBSE and ICSE. CBSE, math, science, social and English grammar is what we focus on. And every entire week except Sunday we will have sessions for all the 3 grades. ICSE we focus on Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays and math, science and social. Cool. Non-academically we've got very interesting offerings like how does it work? How does it work is a series where we explain how different devices function. Today we took fitness band. I'm sure many a times we wonder, right, how these fitness bands function, right? So like this. And we also have a coding series, we also have an IPL series going on, a quiz, and we also have a Vedic math series. Guys, now we are starting a series on IMO from International Math Olympiad from Friday. So quite fascinating stuff is in store, guys. Don't miss it. Okay, be there. I'm sure you're gonna love it. Yeah, by the way, please do subscribe to the channel. Your support is super critical for us. Alright, moving on. Guys, in case you want to learn from us directly, there is a link given in the description box. Alright, you have a link which will take care of all these challenges, doubts, notes, test assignments, preparation for competitive exams and stuff. Okay, so go to the link in the description box and use this coupon code SRPRO if you want to subscribe. Alright, so choose your grade, click on get subscription and choose how many months subscription you want. That's about it. Cool guys? Awesome. Now how the moment you subscribe you will be connected with the best teachers, the master teachers of Vedantu, and the way we teach will be in sync with your curriculum. Cool? Awesome. Now let me see who's here. Sartak. Shavi, we just joined Shavi. Now you are asking for a Menti now itself. Don't worry, 10-15 minutes max. Weather and climate. Guys, last session we dealt in detail about what is the difference. Weather is a very dynamic thing. Alright, hour to hour, day to day condition of the atmosphere in a given location. That's called weather. Climate is the average generic general weather condition of a place. So in a year, if a place has a very cold weather for 8 to 9 months, I'm just giving an example, out of 12, then the climate of that region is generally, it's called a cold climate. It's a chill weather. So that's the difference between climate and weather. Weather is more dynamic, day to day it changes, seasonal. However, climate is more generic, and an analysis of the climate or the weather of a region over a period of time. That's what we call as climate. That's the difference between weather and climate, right? We saw this. Climate is what we expect, weather is what we get. Look at that. So, hi Ritesh. Menti is there, guys. Hi Nityashri. Hello Gajendra. So, temperature. Now, let's speak a little about temperature. Guys, with respect to the body, alright, we check temperature when we are not well or so, right? Typically, what do we see? Temperature is nothing but how hot or how cold the body is. The same applies to air also. With respect to air, the degree of the level of hotness or coldness of the air is what we call temperature. Simple and beautiful definition, right? What is the extent to which air is hot or air is cold? We call that as temperature. Alright? So, the temperature of the atmosphere is very dynamic. Suddenly it will fluctuate, suddenly it will become cold, suddenly it becomes hot. Alright? And daytime temperature is different, nighttime generally is cold, right? All of us know about it. Summers temperature is hotter, alright, than winters. And insolation. Insolation, what is insolation? How much sunlight comes is called insolation, guys, in simple words. Don't complicate it. It's so simple. Insolation is nothing but amount of solar energy received in a place. It's called insolation. Clear all of you? So insolation also influences the distribution of temperature. So few places you will find it to be cloudy. Temperature is a little less. Few places the sunlight is very, it is able to peep in completely. Temperature is high. So insolation also influences the temperature of a region. Clear? So what is insolation? It is nothing but the incoming sunlight, incoming solar energy which is received by the earth. Cool? Guys, till this are you clear? You know what is temperature, you know what is weather, you know what is climate. Do you? Give me a yo if you are clear. Lakshmi Kumari, focus on the session beta. Hi Bigtha. Welcome to the session. Awesome. Comedy Express, temperature is nothing but the hotness or the coldness of the air. And generally in a region, it is highly influenced by the amount of sunlight received. If the sunlight, alright, the solar energy received is high, the temperature is high. The solar energy received is low, temperature is low. Clear? Okay, so guys, we know this also. From the equator, generally the temperature near the equator is very high because the amount of sunlight that passes near the equator is very high. All of us know about it. That is why tropical regions are hotter than the polar regions. Correct? I repeat, guys, near the equator, the amount of insolation is high, right, is higher. And slowly as you move toward the pole, the amount of sunlight keeps decreasing. Clear all of you? Similarly, there is one more very important fact. Look at this. Whenever you go to cities, the temperature is a little high. You know why? Cities have huge skyscrapers, constructed buildings, which tend to retain the hot air received from the sun. Alright, because once concrete gets heated, for that to subside, to become cold, it takes a lot of time. So many concrete buildings are there around, because of which the temperature in cities is very high compared to the temperature in villages. In villages, you don't have. Sun comes directly, it gets hot during the day, quickly it gets cold during the evenings. So the reason for temperature to be high in cities are the skyscrapers, tall buildings, which take the air into the concrete and doesn't really quickly, the temperature does not come down at all. Clear? Alright. Any questions? Not just pollution, guys, not just pollution. See, we know what is equator, right? Exactly in the middle, you will find that the sun's rays fall directly, because of which the regions near the equator, including India, The tropical regions they tend to be a lot hotter compared to polar regions. As you move towards the pole, the temperature comes down because the sunlight decreases. Done? Any other questions? Learn extra. Insolation is the amount of sunlight or the solar energy received by the earth. Clear? Mugda is saying, sir, in other countries, even in cities, the temperature is cold. The point is not that, Mugda, the point is compared to villages, cities will be hotter. In other countries, even if you say cities will be cold, the villages in those countries will be colder than cities. That is the point that we are trying to explain. Cool? Awesome. Thank you, Kamla Chaudhary. Thank you so much. Now moving on. Guys, till this I hope you're clear. Alright. One quick plug point for you, which will excite. We say Celsius. What is the Celsius? Celsius is nothing but the standard temperature measurement unit invented by a person called Anders Celsius. So in memory of him, we term that measurement itself as Celsius. Okay? So whenever it is Celsius, measured in Celsius, water's freezing point is 0 degrees Celsius and boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius. Clear? Now we know what is Celsius, right? And who is Celsius? Anders Celsius. Clear? Awesome. Mohit Tadepalli, beta, I'm just working on it. Let me see what needs to be done. A little bit of echo is there, right? Don't worry, I will start using my headset and see if that is okay. Let me check. Hold on a second. Oh no, I didn't bring my headset. Sorry guys, even though I don't have the headset. Please bear with me today. I'll check with the headset if there is a difference, okay? In the coming sessions. Now coming to air pressure. Guys, air pressure is generally something new which you need to remember. Remember, whenever it is sea level, ground, right? Sea level or the ground, air pressure will always be high. You have to remember that. In the ground level or the sea level, air pressure will be high. The more you go higher and higher and higher, the air pressure becomes less, because of which the temperature will also be less. Are you understanding what I am saying? At the ground level or sea level, the air pressure will be high. Then what is air pressure? Air pressure is, you have, assume that you have a mass, a huge chunk of air. It has its own weight, right? Alright, and when it exerts that weight, air is everywhere, correct? So the air which is everywhere, it has a mass. That pressure which pushes it on the earth or the surface, you call it as air pressure. I repeat, because of the weight of air that is there against the surface, when it is exerting that pressure, it is called as air pressure. Guys, is everyone understanding what is air pressure? Come on, give me a yo, let me see. Hey Mukta Pandey, I showed the lecture to all you guys, right? What happened? Clear? Video is frozen. Hey guys, are you sure? Awesome. Moving on. Right. So now this is what we call air pressure. The mass, the weight of the air against the earth's surface, when it is pressing, it creates air pressure. Generally, air pressure is high at the ground level, the sea level. And as it goes up, it becomes low. So as we go up the layers of atmosphere, the pressure falls rapidly. Alright, and guys, always remember, the air pressure is highest at sea level, decreases with height. I already told you. Wherever the temperature is high, air gets heated, correct? Because the temperature is high, and whenever air gets heated, it tends to evaporate or fly, rise. I repeat, in hotter areas, wherever temperature is high, air gets heated, and like vapor, it starts rising. Okay, and this creates what we call as a low pressure area, because the pressure is gone up. So very less pressure, it's called a low pressure area. So whenever there is low pressure area, the water has gone up, because of which it is likely to rain. I repeat, at the ground level, when the temperature is high, alright, air tends to get heated and it goes up, it rises, and when it rises, that sea level becomes very alright, low pressure. It has very low pressure and it's likely to rain, guys. Exactly. So condensation is the next step. What happens to the vapor which goes up is condensation. Are you clear? So whenever low temperature is there, air is cold, we all know, similar, and so that means what? Air, whenever it is cold, it is heavy. So heavy air, alright, when it is there, when it goes up, it has to fall down because it is heavy. Alright, and it is called as a high pressure area. It is a hot temperature, the air pressure is very high. I repeat, in hotter areas, the air pressure is very high. Clear? So remember, guys, air, I want all of you to remember this very carefully. Air tends to move from high pressure to low pressure. Many times you suddenly get winds, right? You know what is a wind? Wind is nothing but movement of air from a high pressure belt to a low pressure belt. That is what we call wind. Suddenly, you will find that there is no wind at all. Suddenly you will see breeze coming in. That means the air is trying to move from high pressure to a low pressure region. It attracts like vacuum, sucks it in. Is everyone clear? So area wherever temperature is low, air is cold. Whenever the air is heavy, alright, this heavy air, it becomes very heavy, it starts moving up, creating a high pressure area. High pressure, whenever the area is high pressure, it is hot. That means sunny. And movement of air tends to happen from high pressure to low pressure. You also call it as wind, guys. Any questions here? Shiva Shankar, sir, why is air not in space or other planets? Trust me, till now it is not proven. They are still researching. Whatever we have researched, we could not find air. Doesn't mean that air is not there. Air is there, guys. Air which can be used by us human beings is not there, like oxygen. Okay, air is there. Wind is moving air, but if you observe where it is moving, it moves from high pressure to low pressure. That's what you should remember. Wow, look at this. The movement of air from high pressure area to a low pressure area is what you call wind. Whenever it is like this, guys, alright, whenever there is a vacuum, air moves towards that, right? It sucks. It's like that. From high pressure, it falls down to low pressure. Okay, do you know there are 4 devices? Thermometer is used for, one device is used for measuring temperature. Rain gauge. Rain gauge is kind of a small measuring jar, kind of an instrument, guys, which measure how much rainfall has come. Measurement of rainfall. It's only a measuring instrument. It's not a device. Okay. So wind vane. Wind vane is like an anemometer, which shows the direction of the wind, like a compass, right? Similar to that. Barometer, typically used for measuring pressure, atmospheric pressure. Cool. Okay. Hey guys, till this are you clear? If you have any questions, ask. Otherwise, give me a yo. Pratima, I'm sorry, I just saw your message. What do you want me to explain? Which part? How many types of winds are there? There are 3 different types of winds, guys. Alright. You have something called as a permanent wind. Alright. In certain areas you have the breeze, right? Sea breeze and all. That's called local wind. 3 different types of winds are there. See, you right now see on your screens whatever you asked. Super. Guys, all animals need air. All living beings need air in some form or the other, including plants and animals and human beings. Okay? Right. Now, there are 3 types of winds. Permanent winds. Permanent winds are nothing but throughout the year those winds will be there. Okay, trade winds, westerlies, easterlies, they blow constantly throughout the year. Seasonal winds are alright, depending on season. Monsoon season, those winds come. Summer season, some different type of winds come. Local winds are nothing but especially in the evening, if you go around 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, a typical type of wind will be there. That's called a local wind. Similarly, sea breeze. Sea breeze you will have in the evenings. I am just giving an example. Every day, specific time of the day. Those are called local winds. So permanent winds are those which are available throughout the year, more predictable in nature. Seasonal winds, depending on the season, you get those winds, like monsoon, alright, summer, etc. Local winds, particular time of the day, depending on a geography. See, if there is sea breeze will be there. Those are local winds. Are you clear? Hey guys, are you clear with my God, did I miss something? Who was asking? Hot air. Lou. Yeah. Okay. Generally, belts are nothing but an area with some specific geography. You call them as belts. Regions with very specific geographies, you call them as belts. Okay? Okay. Moisture. Guys, moisture is amount of water in something. Right? So, how much water is there in the air, you call it as moisture. And moisture is what we call in technical terms as humidity. Moisture in the air is what you call as humidity. Moisture is amount of water generally, right? So when the air is full of water vapor, you say it's a humid day. My God, look at the sweating, so uncomfortable. On a humid day, when you dry clothes, it takes more time because already in the air lot of water is there. So they will not allow the clothes to dry very fast. But on the other end, if you find that, alright, on the other end, if you find, one second guys. So on the other end, if you find, the water vapor is very, very less in the air, you will find that the clothes get dried up very, very fast. So that is what you call as a humid climate. Humid climate is whenever there is a lot of water vapor in the air. Are you clear? Right. So guys, I hope you are clear till this. Rajat Kulkarni, air pressure is nothing but, see, right now you have air around. The air is like a balloon, inflated balloon. I am just giving an analogy. Alright, it is throughout the air, till the surface of the earth, it is there. And that the weight of the air generally puts some pressure on the surface, right? Because it's like I am sitting in a chair. My weight, because of my weight, I am putting some pressure on the chair, correct? Similarly, the entire air, the atmosphere is sitting in our earth, and it puts pressure on the earth because of the weight, and that pressure is called air pressure. Clear? I hope you are clear now. Dikshita, sorry, I didn't understand your question. I did not get your question at all. Archana Purushottam, are you clear now? Insolation is how much sunlight comes to the earth, intercepted or received by the earth. You call it as insolation. Cool? During rain, yes, obviously moist air will be high. Okay? Right. So when the water vapor rises, it becomes cold. The water vapor condenses, forming drops of water, and when the drops of water which are attached to the clouds, they become too heavy, they have to come down. You call them as rain. Right? So, and when sometimes when they become too heavy, they come down as precipitation. Precipitation can happen in multiple forms. Alright, and if it happens in liquid form, the water that is there in the clouds, if it comes in liquid form, if it precipitates in liquid form, it's called rain. Yeah, it's incoming solar energy. See guys, don't complicate it. Incoming sunlight here, simple. The amount of sunlight that is intercepted or received by the earth, you call it as insolation. Okay. Abhigyan, please put hashtag Shiksha and say, put your question, what forms hurricanes? Good question, I'll answer, but it needs a detailed answer. Alright. So guys, remember, for the earth, most of the water, the groundwater you call it, it comes from rain. Right? Alright guys, there are three different types of rainfall. One is called convectional rainfall, which is a normal rain cycle, orthodox rain cycle. Alright, how it happens? The water, alright, which is there, it evaporates, forms water vapor, gets into the clouds, condenses, and at a point in time when it becomes too heavy, precipitates as rain. You call it as water vapor, water cycle. It is nothing but convectional rainfall. That is the first part. The second part is cyclonic rainfall. Cyclonic rainfall is especially when hot air, alright, and cold air, when they mix together, the pressure variation creates a cyclone. I will explain you. Orographic rainfall generally happens in the rainfall that happens near mountains and all. You call it as orographic rainfall. I repeat, orographic rainfall happens near the mountains and all. Cyclonic rainfall happens when hot air and cold air meet. Let me put it that way. Alright. The pressure variation creates a cyclone when hot air and cold air meets. Because air pressure is different, right? And that creates a cyclone. Alright. And generally cyclone, it's only a temporary air burst which bursts out water and the cyclone moves. Convectional rainfall is the normal rain cycle. Are you clear with all the three? Guys, come on. Guys, give me a yo if you're clear. There is a difference, guys. There is a difference. Great. Guys, any questions which I have not answered, please make sure you put hashtag Shiksha, because we have time constraints already. We have done for 35 minutes now. So, what you have to do is just put hashtag Shiksha, put your question, I'll ensure I answer it. Alright, remember rainfall is the source of, maximum source of groundwater for earth. and rainfall is super important for the survival of the entire biotic environment. And yeah, every time rainwater is the only source of fresh water, because we know seawater is salinated, so that means it's not fresh water. Less rainfall create or causes drought in a region, any region, and heavy rainfall or too much of it causes floods. We all know about it. Okay guys, we have dealt quite a few things with permanent winds are nothing but depending on the geography of a location. Alright, there are certain breeze patterns, wind patterns which don't change at all. Throughout the year they will be the same. You can expect that type of wind at some different time of days throughout the year. Such winds are called permanent winds. Clear? Yeah. Guys, whenever cold air is there, right? Cold air, when cold air is moving towards mountains, I told you, right? When cold air moves towards mountains, the temperature starts dropping as it moves. At one point in time, it becomes so moist and heavy that it starts falling as rain. And that type of rain, it happens generally near mountainous regions only. It's called orographic rainfall. Clear? Rutu, thank you. Right guys, are you ready for a Menti? Woohoo, we are done. What is convection? Guys, convection rainfall is the normal rain cycle. Alright, it's a phenomenon, alright, where the rain precipitates as water vapor, alright, and then water vapor gets into the clouds, condenses, at one point in time precipitates, comes down as rainfall, right? The normal water cycle, that's what we call convectional rainfall. Okay guys, moving into a Menti, be ready all of you. Any questions which are there, feel free to push it. Rohan Kumar, what happened? There's only 3 types of rainfall, guys. Convectional rainfall, cyclonic rainfall and orographic rainfall. Mehak, hi, yes. Alright. So guys, you have to open or go to the website called www.menti.com, M-E-N-T-I, menti.com. menti.com, menti.com. And it will ask you for a quiz code. The code for today's Menti is 287319. 287319. Sneha's Pariksha series is likely to start probably in the coming month, November. Okay, you want to know what is cyclonic rainfall? See guys, as I told you, when hot air and cold air meets, alright, in a place, there is a pressure which is formed. I will tell you how it happens. Hot air generally, it is very light. I repeat, hot air is light. Cold air has more water, right? So it is heavy. So because the hot air is light, it starts moving above the cold air, and when it keeps moving higher and higher and higher, it starts cooling. At one point in time, it cools so much that there is a cyclonic pressure which is formed, with which the entire cold air which is formed bursts out as cyclonic rainfall. Cool? Prachipara, hi, what is your question? See, guys, what do you need for clothing to dry? Someone is asking, why do clothes take so much time on a humid day to dry? For the clothes to dry quickly, you need heat. On a humid day, you will see that along with that sunlight, you will have that moisture in the air. That's what we call as humid, right? The moisture won't allow the clothes. Moisture is what? Water, wetness. That will not allow the clothes to dry fast. As simple as that. And whenever it's very humid, you will see very less wind also. So that also will not help to dry the clothes. Clear? Awesome. Moisture is the amount of water vapor in the air. You call it as moisture. Okay guys, starting the quiz now, be ready. Question number 1. Right, starting the first question on your screens now. Which of the following are part of the weather forecast in the newspaper? Temperature, humidity, time of sunset, all of these. In newspaper you see weather forecast. What do you see? All of them correct? Temperature, humidity, time of sunset, all of them. Yes. So after the first question, Ronald, Naman, Manish, Vijay and Arjun, top 5. Hi Shaunak, I remember you. Jinansh, I'm sorry. Danwen, Padyala and Abhideep. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Question number 2. Here we go. 5 more to go. Water boils at what? 10 degrees, 75, 50, 100 degrees. Come on guys, can I ask you a simpler question than this? Super duper simple question. $264 of you got it right. I don't know how come another 70, 80 people, 80, 90 people chose wrong answers. 100 degrees Celsius. Mr. Hasler at the top, followed by Naman, Arjun, Manesh, Shona. Vandana, Asutosh, Jaival, Vijay and Abhideep are at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 respectively. Question number 3, 4 more to go. Menti code is 287319. Guys, it is being pasted. See there. Which element of weather is measured in degrees? Come on guys, so super simple, right? Pressure, gravity, wind, temperature. Which is measured in degrees Celsius? Temperature, yes. So, Mr. Hustler still at the top. Followed by Naman, Manish, Arjun, Jaiwal. Top 5. Vandana, I am, Sriram, Kamya and Shaunak. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Question number 4. 3 more to go. The fourth one is on your screens. Where is the air pressure very high? Monsoon, at sea level, stratosphere, exosphere. Sea level, yes, yes, yes. So clearly I told you guys, right? Mr. Hustler, Naman, Manish, Jaiwal, Vandana. No, sorry, Jaiwal, Shwetu. Vandana, Asutosh, I am, Mahir and Kushi. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Question number 5. On your screens. What is a very hot wind called? Someone asked me and I also answered this. Was it called Loo, cool breeze, monsoon air, trade wind? Guys, someone asked me what is Loo, right? I also said hot air. Yeah. 274 of you got it right. Super. Mr. Hustler, Naman, Manish, Jaiwal, Asutosh. Top 5. Venture, Dripto, Ruchi, Mahir and Rutu. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Question number 6. Just one more to go after this. Fans Club official. What happened, beta? Which one of the following is a local wind? Sea breeze, trade wind, monsoon wind, none of these. This as well I clearly explained to you. I repeated it twice or thrice today. Sea breeze. Guys, I told you sea breeze is a local wind today. Multiple times. So 6 questions are done. Mr. Hustler, Naman, Manesh, Ruchir, Jaiwal, top 5. Rutu, Priyanka, Siri, Saundarya and Kritesh. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Question number 7. The final question of this session. Santosh Prasade. It's okay, beta, don't worry. Rain, snow, sleet or hail are different forms of what? Condensation, evaporation, precipitation, all of these. Rain, snow, sleet, hail. Guys, if you smartly look at the answers and choose wisely, you will be able to easily get the right answer. How many of you chose? Good. All of them are precipitation, right? Because you can't choose condensation, it's only a part of it. Similarly, evaporation, only a part of it. Precipitation is the only thing which will apply here. So who's going to win? Hi Pragya. Mr. Hustler. Wow. Hustler is winning. Followed by Manish, Jaival, Ruchir, Priyanka. Great job Hustler. Manish, Jaival, Ruchir, Priyanka. Amazing job done. Keep it up guys. Hridyesh, Prijita, Pavita. Is it? Okay. Mohit and Lola. My congratulations for making it to the leaderboard guys. Keep it up. Great job. So guys, I hope you found this session more informative, and if there are questions which are still not answered, put a hashtag Shiksha. I'll ensure they are answered. Okay, thank you so much for watching this session guys. I will be back tomorrow, alright, same time. Until then, this is myself Sundar Rabindranathan signing off kids. Bye bye, take care.